Hello from me, Lazarus. Welcome to the presentation of the next lesson of the course on creating a website from scratch. We are currently on the 7th chapter. Creating and designing the contacts page. Last time we started to introduce it, then we designed and prepared the page, and now we will do another 2 lessons for additional formatting of the details in it. Open the PDF file. First we will write a short presentation in a paragraph with ID presentation. Here's what the text inside will contain. In case you forgot, the BR tag is used for a new line, that is, when we want the text after it to start on a new line. Then we'll put a title of like this, then we create the form itself. Of course, before we create it in practice, we need to decide what exactly we want to do. That is, what fields and buttons will the form contain? How will they be arranged? What colors will we use? And finally, the checks, what validation checks for the data will we do? For this purpose, it is good to first draw a diagram of the form. Maybe on a piece of paper. And now in this case I'm going to use a modern, and more specifically a modern type of form, which will be different and will not contain labels, on the left, with the field names, and they will be written as tooltips via the placeholder property. Here this is just a preliminary idea. Of course, in the process of shaping, we will change some things. The code that we will use to create this form is as follows. Wait while I open it here, so you can see it better. Here's the paragraph up here, then we have this div with id equals contacts form. Then in the form tag we have one class half divided and 2 others, left and right, divided for left and right. And then we have the fields, name, email, subject, send button and a text box for the message. For each field, we specify what type of the placeholder attribute. We said that this is the hint. If we now decide to open the code in the browser without formatting it, we will see the following. Here are the fields. Actually here, to clarify just this, in the process of working, of course, I had different ideas. Here are some of them. The next one was like this, and the one I settled on is like this. And I settled on this option, because in recent years, it has struck me that in many websites missing clear/reset button. A while ago, contact forms contained such a button for clearing, but apparently recently they decided that very often the visitor gets confused and presses instead of submit. And, if he wrote a long message, an unpleasant moment occurs, his entered data is deleted. And that's why I decided not to make a reset button, so that such confusions don't happen. So, how will we work? Actually, in the presentation, we won't be looking at anything else. This is the form we need to make. As we get to this point in this lesson and in the next one, we'll finish. That's all for the presentation of this lesson. Best regards.